I am assuming that a lot of the losses that the university is feeling right now trace back to its health system. Am I right on that? And why would that be a locus of loss?
Yes, hi, Tyler. Yes, thanks. You're absolutely correct. It is the health system that's significantly responsible, not entirely, but significantly for these losses. And there's a lot of irony here. You know, we talk about the frontline workers that are rising to the challenge of the pandemic, but health systems all around the country in affected regions have turned their business upside down. So here at a University of Michigan health system, we stopped doing elective surgeries. We kept anything but emergency cases out of the hospital so that we could make room, safe room, for the needs of the COVID pandemic. But as a result, clinic visits, diagnostic procedures, routine and scheduled surgeries have all been held off. And our hospital usually runs at about 90 or 95% capacity. And through the pandemic, we've been running at about a 60 to 70% capacity. So literally, we're losing hundreds of millions of dollars by stepping up to help confront, and absolutely correctly, not a moment's hesitation, the right thing to do, but extremely costly to the university and its health system.
You know, just last week, I guess, was acceptance day for incoming freshmen. What did the numbers tell you?
Well, we don't have final numbers, but they're very encouraging. So we're a large university. The Ann Arbor campus has 46,000 students. We end up matriculating a freshman class of slightly over 7,000 freshmen. We basically hit our predicted numbers. Where there are losses, and perhaps not surprisingly, are amongst our international students. So the uncertainty about the pandemic, travel, immigration control, things of that nature, have put a damper on the ability of international students to have enough certainty about the future to sign up to matriculate.
What is your best guess about how normal the campus there in Ann Arbor is going to be come the fall? And I'm thinking specifically, one of the things you guys are best known for is your athletic programs. And if football doesn't take place, that's another revenue drain for the university.
Well, I look at it the other way around. If we can't have our students back on campus for a public health informed fall semester, it's hard to imagine having student athletics if we don't have students and we don't have classes. So we're working hard now to work through various options and to be creative, to work with our world-renowned School of Public Health and our experts, and to get advice from the state and the county about how to redesign our curriculum, at least temporarily, how we deliver the curriculum, to be able to bring students back here to Ann Arbor and have this residential experience, but at the same time do so safely. So, for example, large lecture classes probably will be done online, but then we'd use that time to have smaller group experiences, discussions, teaching labs, studios. So we'll do in person the small volume things we can do in person, and we'll practice social distancing. Hopefully we'll have testing up and running at a significant level. So we're trying to get prepared.
Let me come back to the question about enrollment and acceptances that you answered just a moment ago and follow up just a little bit. Did you, as you confronted this coronavirus, did you offer admission to a greater number of students, knowing or anticipating that perhaps international enrollments would be down? And another related question is, how much farther down your customary wait list do you think you will need to go to get the yield that you want in terms of incoming freshmen?
Yeah, both really great questions. So we did admit a slightly larger number of students, aiming for a slightly larger number of matriculants, kids who show up based on all these uncertainties. So usually we're quite good with statistical models and can predict pretty closely each year based on how many offers, how many acceptances, and who shows up. So we gave ourselves a little bit of a buffer. The University of Michigan is in a fortunate position to have a very deep applicant pool. So I predict that we don't see any difference at all in the average test scores or average grades of the incoming students. But you're absolutely right. We hedged a bit and took, perhaps 5% more students than we would in a typical year to make sure that we actually have the right size cohort here on campus.